You solved the DSA question under pressure. You survived aptitude rounds. You cleared machine coding. You cracked the system design interviews that rejected hundreds of candidates. But now comes the stage where most Indian freshers silently lost money, the HR round. And this is where thousands of engineers accidentally sacrifice lakhs of rupees because they panic, stay silent, or believe the biggest myth in Indian hiring. If I negotiate, the company will cancel my offer. That fear destroys salaries because before career even begin. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are turning salary negotiation into an engineering problem. No emotional begging, no arrogance, no fake confidence, only market data, strategic positioning, technical leverage and professional communication. By the end of this video, you will know how Indian HR teams actually decide fresher salaries, how to counter offer without sounding risky, how to negotiate joining bonuses and performances clauses, how to protect your dream offer while still increasing your package, and how top candidates quietly increases their CTC before day one. This is the exact framework smart engineers use to avoid getting low billed in the Indian tech market. Let's understand the real problem first. Most freshers negotiate emotionally, HR negotiate mathematically. That's the mismatch. A company does not pay you based on your financial problem, your college fees, or how badly you need the job. They pay based on market demand, replacement difficulty, technical scarcity, and projected business value. This is why two candidates from the same college can receive completely different packages. One candidate says anything works for me, the other says based on current cloud engineering compensation benchmark and my project alignment with your backend scaling requirement, I was expecting something closer to this range. One sounds disparate, the other sounds expensive, and companies pay expensive sounding engineers more, especially in 2026 India where AI integration, cloud infrastructure, cybersecurity and data engineering are creating skill shortages. The Indian hiring market has changed. Companies are no longer paying only for degrees, they are paying for deployable technical capability. If your projects reduce onboarding time or solve immediate business problems, you already have leverage. The problem is most candidates never communicate it properly. The first rule of negotiation: never start with your needs. Start with market reality. Before any salary discussion, research compensation benchmark across Bangalore, Hyderabad, Pune, Gurgaon, Chennai, Noida, because salaries vary massively by tech hub. For example, a cloud engineer fresher in Bangalore may receive significantly more than a similar role in a tier 2 city. Now here is the important part: never say I want more money. Instead of say based on current market compensation for backend focused fresher roles involving AWS deployment and scalable API systems, I was expecting something in the range of ... That sentence changes everything. Why? Because now the discussion is no longer emotional, it becomes analytical, and analytical conversations are safer for HR. Use salary reports from Glassdoor, AmbitionBox, Levels.fly, LinkedIn salary, company specific discussion forum. Study base pay, joining bonus, stock options, variable pay, probation clauses, retention bonuses. You are not negotiating randomly anymore. You are presenting technical market evidence that instantly makes you look mature and informed. This question destroys most freshers. How to answer expected CTC? This question destroys most freshers. Tell us your expected CTC. And most candidates panic immediately. Here's the mistake: they reveal a number too early. Never rush. Your first objective is information gathering. If HR asks early in the process, say I would first like to understand the complete role, scope, technical expectations and growth structure before discussing exact compensation numbers. Professional, safe, confident. Now, suppose they push harder. They use a range, not a fixed number. Example: based on current market standards for similar software engineering roles and considering my internship and project experience, I am targeting something in the range of 10 to 12 LPA. Why range? Because ranges create negotiation flexibility. Fixed numbers create ceilings, and never undersell yourself out of fear. A low first number can permanently ensure your salary lower. Remember, your first package affects future hikes, switching leverage, ESOP negotiations, and even recruiter perception later. Your first salary compounds into future income. Now we move into advanced negotiation. Most candidates say, I worked hard. That has zero market value. Instead, translate technical achievements into business impact. For example, don't say, I made a cloud project. Say, I designed a scalable deployment architecture using AWS services that reduces response latency and improved deployment automation. Now you sound like revenue. If you solve difficult system designs rounds, mention it strategically. Example, I really enjoyed the architecture discussions during the interview process, especially around distributed scalability and optimization. That creates leverage without sounding arrogant. Especially if you have certification, internships, open source contributions, hackathon wins, AI projects, cloud deployments, or strong GitHub work. Your negotiation should communicate this compensation reflects implementation capability, not please increase my salary. Now let's discuss the counter offer. This is where candidates become too aggressive or too passive. Both are dangerous. The ideal negotiation tone is collaborative confidence. Never say this offer is too low. Instead say I am genuinely excited about the opportunity and the team based on market alignment and my interview performance. I was wondering if there is flexibility in the compensation structure. That sentence protects the relationship. Now here is the advanced strategy. Negotiate total compensation, not just base salary, because HR may have limits on fixed pay but flexibility elsewhere. Focus on joining bonus, retention bonus, relocation support, ESOPs, learning budgets, remote flexibility, internet allowance, certification sponsorship, early appraisal cycle. Sometimes a one-leg joining bonus is easier to approve than increasing fixed pay. Understanding the physiology. HR wants hiring closer with minimal internal approvals, so structure matters. Now let's talk about leverage. If you have another offer, never bluff aggressively. Use calm professionalism. Example, I am currently evaluating another opportunity in a similar compensation bracket, but I am strongly inclined toward your role because of the technical exposure and team alignment. That creates scarcity without threatening anyone. This is the negotiation move almost nobody in India uses. Performance triggered review clauses. Suppose the company cannot immediately increase the package. Instead of forcing the issue, say this. I completely understand the current compensation structure. Would it be possible to include a performance review milestone after 6 months based on measurable technical delivery? This changes the conversation completely. Now HR sees maturity, long-term thinking, and confidence in execution. You are saying, judge me by performance. That is powerful. You can also negotiate certification, reimbursement, conference sponsorships, mentorship, access, international project exposure, or remote work flexibility. These benefits can massively increase long-term career value, especially early in your career. Sometimes the right mentor is worth more than a temporary salary difference. The final stage is critical. Never leave negotiation verbal. Once the terms are finalized, send a professional confirmation email summarizing base salary, variable pay, bonuses, joining date, remote policy, review clauses, relocation terms. This prevents confusion later. And before ending the discussion, ask a high-value onboarding questions like what are the key technical expectations during the first 90 days, or what does success look like for this role in the first 6 months. Now you no longer sound like a fresher. You sound like someone preparing for ownership. That impression matters, because salary negotiation is not just about money. It is your first demonstration of communication, strategic thinking, and professional confidence. Your dream company does not automatically mean your dream salary, and negotiation is not disrespectful. It is professional alignment. The companies that build $1 million systems negotiate every contract carefully. You should too. So before accepting your next offer, research the market, understand your leverage, communicate professionally, and negotiate with data instead of fear. Because the difference between accepting immediately and negotiating intelligently can literally change your financial trajectory for years. If this video helped you think differently about salary, negotiation in India, subscribe now and comment below what was the toughest HR question you have ever faced. So thank you so much for watching this video. Just like and subscribe please.